It's already recording. It's already recording.
Well, no, I mean, I haven't done it yet, but I mean, I'm happy to.
Okay, right, and then, so the new course
I'll make it up.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to our June 4th meeting. We've got a pretty full schedule here, so I'm calling it 2 minutes early. So yeah, thanks all for joining. There's 24 members in attendance, and we have 3 guests, Tana Stanley, Joseph Marquez, and our speaker, Mark Lawrence. How do we welcome our guests?
Can I just say, this is Tahara Stanley, and Tahara works for Trails, and Tahara is the sister of RTE, who many of us know.
Okay.
And a lover of cat park. So.
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
And Joseph's a member now.
Oh, okay. So
Welcome, Joseph.
we have 25 members. Welcome. And 2 guests. Well, with that, I'm gonna turn it over to Walter with our reflection. There he is. Come on up.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. As you know, tomorrow we have an important event. We have a wine tasting event, and I know most of you are coming. And so I'd like to do the reflection based on wine. Wine has inspired many writers, poets, and famous figures, certainly. And one thing about wine as well, even if you're not a wine drinker, it's an allegory for life. And I'd just like to mention a few. First is patience. Progress happens slowly, then all at once. With wine, the soil's impact on flavor, the sun's soil in ripening the grapes, and the years it takes for a wine to mature is very important. So it's important to learn to appreciate the journey. That appreciation in wine, as in life, takes time, countless tastings, and many mistakes. In life, progress isn't immediate. We work, we wait, we fail, and we try again. Whether it's mastering a skill, building a career, or deepening a relationship, the process demands patience. True growth is incremental. The reward comes only after we put in hours and allow time to do its work. Also, curiosity, a never-ending learning curve. Wine humbles you. Just when you think you know enough, a new region, grape, or vintage surprises you. It's a subject with no end, a rabbit hole of history, geography, and chemistry. Learning about wine requires constant curiosity and a willingness to start from scratch again and again. This same curiosity applies to life. Think about the mundane, learning to cook a new dish, figuring out how to budget better, or even understanding how to communicate more effectively with a friend or partner. These aren't monumental tasks, but they require us to ask questions, seek improvement, and embrace failure. The only way to improve is to keep tasting, keep exploring. Similarly, in life, every day offers an opportunity to dig deeper. Whether it's mastering the art of negotiation at work or learning how to manage stress, we're never really finished. And that's a good thing. Adaptability, the beauty of pairing wine with food, and the art of pairing isn't about dominance, but balance. A good pairing elevates both elements, making them greater than the sum of their parts. Life is no different. Every situation requires its own balance between ambition and rest, discipline and flexibility, confidence and humility. Adaptability, like pairing, is about reading the situation and responding accordingly. Consistency, the power of showing up. Winemaking is a meticulous process. Wines are tended year-round, often for decades. Before they yield anything remarkable, there's no glamour in pruning vines in the winter or waiting for the right weather to harvest. Yet, it's the small, consistent efforts that make great wine possible. Day-to-day life works the same way. It's not the grand gestures, but the small, steady acts of kindness that make the difference. Wine reminds us that there's no substitute for persistence. In life, as in winemaking, it's the steady accumulation of effort, one small step at a time. Simplicity, the joy in the small things. The best wines don't always come with a hefty price tag or a famous name. Some of the most memorable are simple wines shared in everyday moments. Joy doesn't have to be complicated. In life too, we often overlook the small things in search of something grand. But it's the simple pleasures. A good cup of coffee, a walk in the park, a conversation with a friend that truly enrich our days. Slow down and savor these moments because they are what makes life worth living. And finally, the journey, not the destination. Perhaps the greatest lesson wine teaches us is that joy lies in the journey. Every bottle is a snapshot of time and place, shaped by the people who make it and the circumstances of its creation. Much like life, wine is a mix of control, chaos, and effort. Look at its color, swirl it, take a moment to breathe it in. Let it remind you to slow down, to savor, and to reflect. Life isn't about racing to the next milestone, it's about appreciating the process.
Thanks, Walter, for that That's great. Thanks, Walter, for a very creative and timely reflection. And the only thing you were missing was a free sample there.
Tomorrow.
I'm leaving.
With that, we'll go to Happy Bucks. Does anyone have Happy Bucks today? $98.75.
No, but it's going to be a good game tonight, so.
If they win, I'll be happy next week.
Yeah, well, we'll follow the journey, but the cup stays in Canada anyway.
We're mostly Canadian players anyway.
That's why we're not so desperate to win it. It's here anyway.
Five, I'm happy because I just received a copy of Anna's plans for our new global grant. And I think we're really on our way to something very, very exciting. And with all the people copied on the message, this is a club initiative. There's so many people involved. So I'm just so delighted that it's going forward, Anna. And congratulations to you. Thank you, Jen.
Like you used Lawrence, you want any more through it?
Okay, there you are. Just glad to be here and had a good session with my medical team this morning and everything's okay.
Oh, very well.
For now.
Okay, thanks, everyone. Jackie, I think you're going to introduce our speaker for today.
Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. And it's so nice to see so many people out here on this wonderful day. Mark, You can't imagine how appropriate it is for you to be speaking to us at this time in our club, because we realize that we don't really have much of a profile in the community, and we're going to do something about that. We've started with the farmers market to get our name out in the community. We're thinking about corporate membership in the fall, and we're also thinking about partnering with other organizations in the community. So this might be the beginning of something special, Mark. It's just my pleasure to introduce Mark Lawrence. He's the executive chair of the Angels Investors of Ontario, AIO. Remember that name. He's been volunteer director and chair for the past 11 years. And the Angels Investors of Ontario is an umbrella, or it is a not-for-profit umbrella organization of over 18 investors groups in Ontario. Mark is also the managing partner of Norcrest Partners, an exempt market dealer that he founded in 2003. He was previously a director of Stone Investment Group Limited, a mutual fund company with assets under administration of about 600 million. Mark is an active investor in private startup companies in sectors ranging from financial services, software and services, alternative energy, green tech, communications, and internet software. He's passionate about working with entrepreneurs and creating a compelling story for potential funders in the capital markets. He advises them on M&A, corporate strategy, funding readiness, and funding of all sizes of corporations globally. Mark worked as an engineer before inventing